at us and filling us up and clogging us up. And by being able to let go of these emotions every night by dreaming, those vital emotional templates are kept in good working order for when we really need them next. And dreaming dissolves the strong, unresolved emotion of that day by acting the emotion out in our dreaming imagination. The effect is a bit like a circle being completed. And of course, with a new baby, there is a host of things that can cause worry. One worry can be over the health of the baby. A newborn baby seems so fragile and helpless and needs so much of your love and attention. And it is easy to forget how strong that baby is, and that he or she knows very well how to survive and prosper. Or you may worry about your physical and emotional capacity to give and to care as is needed. This is a typical worry, and there are others, perhaps related to the changing relationship with the father of the baby and other family members, or over money and the massive change that is happening in your life and to your independence. Or just worrying over the feelings you have, which do not seem to be natural and storybook. Well, if for a moment you could imagine that the worry you had today was resolved by action that you took, and so the worry feeling disappeared, then your capacity to worry, which we all need, to make sure you can protect and nurture your baby, for example, would be ready and waiting when next called upon. But what if you went to bed that night with the worry still nagging away at you? And how would it be if this was happening every day? Well, in time you would find that you could not make use of your worry emotion. It would be a bit like having to eat 3-course dinners, one after the other. You would fill up and eventually feel as if you would burst. And so to avoid this, we humans have evolved to dream, to act out a metaphorically similar completing experience and so let go of the emotion. Dreaming is your emotional flush toilet, so you are empty and alert for the next day. But dreaming takes up a lot of energy, and so you can be overloaded if you have to dream a lot, because you are worrying and ruminating and anxious all the time. And that is why depressed people will be woken up by a brain which can dream no more, in a state of exhaustion, with no energy or motivation. And how would it be if you were not sleeping normally because you had a small baby to look after, and that baby's sleeping was fitful and disruptive, as a tiny baby's sleep typically is? And how are you when you wake up? Is the waking up time the worst part of the day for you? And when you think about it, do you, as a new mother, spend a large part of your day worrying and ruminating round and round, back and forth, resolving nothing and just banging your head time and again on the same questions? And we will sleep much less of the essential slow wave regenerating sleep when we worry a lot, because we are dreaming too much. And this is another reason why we can be exhausted by our nightly sleep rather than refreshed, and why it is that when depressed we are more vulnerable to physical wear and tear. And this will be especially